Hello, hello. I'm just getting you up. Just going to pop you in, Iona, as a panelist, and Sandy. Hello, beautiful ladies.
Hello.
How are you?
Hang on a second. What's going on with my video? There we are. That's better.
Oh, hello. How good is your webcam?
I've got a Mac, and the Mac cameras are terrible. So I had to get away. It's a little fuzzy. So it's
yeah, I'm exactly the same. That's on my list to do next week. Actually, is to go and get a proper camera.
An expensive one. I'll send you a link to what it is because you'll be able to get it over in New Zealand as well. But it wasn't expensive. It's great. Yeah, I'll do that after the session.
And I need the mic too. So like, yeah, like if you pick up on any like where the sound's crap or anything like that, let me know. Because obviously this is for improvement purposes. And I really appreciate you being here as well. I really, really, really appreciate it.
Excited to be here.
So I will let people in if they dribble in, but I will get started. So grab my little notes. We are going to be moving around. So we want to get nice. Iona's just getting ready. We want to be nice and comfortable. We want to be undisturbed. You can either sit or lie down for the breath work. It doesn't really matter, either or, whatever feels more comfortable for you. We're going to do I'll talk for a little bit to start, just to help you to understand the modality that I use. And obviously that's my assessment, is to show that I know what the heck I'm talking about. And yeah, like for me tonight is about helping you to boost your super attraction with breath work. Obviously, those of you who know me, I'm all about law of attraction, attracting the success for you. For this being a pull through your vision rather than a push, no force. And that is the breath work that we're going to do tonight. We're going to, or today, if it's the morning for you, is completely bring you into that intention and that visualization of what you truly want, your true deep desires. And I'm going to be sharing with you why Soma Breath. Soma Breath is the breath work that we're going to be using tonight, and why I've chosen that as my therapeutic breath work. And I want you to be able to walk away with a half an hour practice that you can actually use every single day, that's going to really connect you with your creative mind, and over time actually enable a total life transformation for you. The way that I got connected with Soma Breath. So in 2006, I developed a chronic anxiety, and this chronic anxiety took over my life for 11 years, which takes us up to 2017, where I was actually so sick of this anxiety. I'd tried everything at this point. I'd tried therapies, natural modalities, essential oils, just absolutely everything that you can think of. I'd actually tried it. And nothing was bringing me to a place where this anxiety was not ruling my life, until I was introduced to a guy called Stephen Porges, and he is a trauma specialist and he's a scientist. And he introduced me to the nervous system ladder. Hey, Claire. And the nervous system ladder talks about how you are effectively on a ladder with your own nervous system, your autonomic nervous system. We think that it's automatic, that we have no control, but in fact, we have every single control over it. And he helped me understand, in the realms of being raped, where my nervous system had gone to in that incident, which was that complete sympathetic shutdown, withdraw completely. It's better to play dead than to fight. And he explained that is where you go from the top of the ladder, where you're completely zen, which is where we should be every day, high vibration, completely neutral to everything that's going on in our world. But what happens is we react emotionally, which triggers our nervous system, and we fall down the ladder. And much of the population is actually in fight or flight all of the time. And this has damaging health effects with all of the hormones. My goodness, I've got so much essential oils. It's actually breaking my throat. It's going to move that over there. You know, there's these hormones rushing around our body, doing no good, affecting our digestive system, causing burnout and adrenal fatigue, not to mention how that makes you feel. And when your body feels like it can't fight or flight anymore, then it just withdraws. And this is where you find yourself, you know, your facial expressions changing, just feeling completely out of whatever situation, wanting to just crawl into a hole and hide. And so we're moving up and down this nervous system every single day. And I began to wear a watch, which I still wear to this day, that started to tell me where my breath rate was, my heart rate was. And I started at the time, because the technology wasn't as far advanced as it is now, to journal this against the things that I was doing every day to see what was triggering my own nervous system to shift. And I started to see, even back then, how important breath work was. Simple breaths, just extending my exhale. But more than that, for me, it was about setting up a safe environment and moving away from multitasking, moving away from the triggers. And it really changed my life. So when I connected with Soma in November last year, it was through their awakening journey. They do a 21-day awakening journey that goes deep into the breath work and talks about connecting you to your, you know, inner divine, talking to your own God self. I was just completely on board with this. It just sounded amazing. And obviously I was keen to deepen my breath work, because at this point last year, as my business had grown, my anxiety had actually started to creep back. And it's a dirty secret because I didn't tell anybody about it. I didn't want to admit that I was feeling like that, but it was definitely creeping back and I wanted to take control of it. I'm aware now in every single moment where my breath is. And I knew, I just had this inner knowing that breath work was going to be the thing that was going to bring me out the other side of this anxiety again. What I didn't realize was that this Soma breath journey actually connected me deeply to who I am. And I realized, just as I've realized time and time again with anxiety, that it's just misalignment in physical form. So I had shifted almost externally in my world to this place of success, but internally I hadn't actually found my identity there. And so the breathwork journey connected me deeply to who I am. And in connecting deeply to who I am, I connected to my capacity to be and to thrive and to also elevate this success even further, which was the reasoning behind my January retreats name, Elevate 2021. So in February, I think it was, decided that it was something that I wanted to do, to share this with other people, to become a master level instructor, which is why I'm here right now. And part of that is helping you to understand Soma and the power of Soma and a little bit of the science. So Soma actually means, in the Greek definition, wholeness. So it's all about community. It's all about this, being together in a group. There is not one group, guru in Soma. We are all the gurus, and we are all together on this journey, which comes from an ancient ritual of the Rig Veda. So originally with the Rig Veda, which I can't say, it was a psychedelic ritual with Soma, which was actually, they think it was a plant. And it allowed these people to commune with the gods and have a direct divine download of wisdom, which they believed was going to aid the betterment of the world. So effectively, they used this psychedelic and they just got these amazing effects, to the point that this psychedelic became a part of their everyday life, to the point where it actually, as far as the ancient texts say, ran out. And so we had a community of people who were all addicted to this thing that made them feel amazing, that downloaded these divine messages, that connected them to the creativity that was going to save the world, create the world, whatever. And they didn't know what to do when it ran out, until one guy figured out that you could actually create the same experience with your breath. And you could do that without the psychedelics. And so what they found was how to use the breath to create this high state of consciousness by harnessing the energy in the body. So that's what we're going to be doing today, is harnessing our own energy. So when it comes to our own creativity, I want you to think about the power of that energized motivation to create and to take action, versus where you might find yourself some days, which is unmotivated, lethargic, feeling maybe stuck in your survival mind. And I definitely have, in that 21 days, almost to the point where it frightened me a little bit, experienced that psychedelic state with the Soma breath. We're not going to be doing that tonight, but we will be doing a lighter version, which I believe does lead to those powerful downloads and definitely gets you into that place of truth. So I want to introduce you to how you can empower your own visionary experience through this breath control. And what we'll be doing is rhythmic breath work, and that will be followed by brief pauses in your breath, which actually activates that parasympathetic nervous system, which is the power of the breath work, to be able to do that at any moment throughout the day. It also awakens that creative energy as well. So when you're feeling that lethargy, when you're feeling unmotivated, you can use this to harness your own energy and ignite that creativity. And it also encourages this amazing inspiration and profound clarity as well. When you go into the breath hold, you completely switch off the conscious mind. It is accelerated meditation, pushing yourself really fast into a deep meditative state, which you might actually have not experienced before. It's really hard to think when you're in that breath hold. And so in that, all of those thought files are actually realigning, and you get this profound peacefulness and clarity. And I feel it's like spiritual cleansing as well. You might feel emotional, and that is absolutely okay. I encourage you to actually go with whatever you feel. If you feel like getting up and screaming, get up and scream. If you feel like bursting into tears, burst into tears. Whatever your body wants to do, I encourage you, I invite you to feel completely safe and just go with it. Because as we're moving this energy around, we're moving emotion, and we don't know what emotion we get kind of trapped, stuck in there as we go through our day-to-day lives at 100 miles an hour. So this is a beautiful process of letting that emotion move. So go with it, even if it feels intense. And just a little bit more into the science of the Soma breath. So the Latin root of the word spiritual actually means to breathe. And so science is now proving that we can consciously influence that automatic nervous system, which for me was a superpower. After it was 14 years ultimately that chronic anxiety ruled my life. So to have that power of my nervous system was like a superpower. And by mastering what we're using as pranayama, we can reclaim our control over not just our physiology, but our psychology as well. One of the things that I know from wearing this watch is when I've had periods of feeling down emotionally, psychologically, if I go into my data, I will see that the physical signs of a depression or a depressed mood, a low, are happening 3-4 weeks before my emotional mind catches up. So our heart rate variability, our breath rate, all of these physical things are already in that descent before the emotional mind catches up. So now I don't have those periods because I'm checking my data every day and I'm making sure that my physical state is in the right place. And so we're going to be using a technique called Nishesha Racheka Pranayama, which is actually holding your breath beyond the comfort zone for just a short period of time. And this creates a physiological state called intermittent hypoxia. that involves those brief periods of lower than normal blood oxygen levels, which is completely safe in the period of time that we're going to use them. Nobody really knows the origins of pranayama, but it is at least 5,000 years old, and maybe even more. It depends on which historian you listen to. It could be 10,000 years old. But the Yoga Sutras, from which pranayama is based today, was first systemized and recorded in around 200 to 300 BC. So the pranayama techniques control our airflow in and out of the body. And we're going to be slowing the breath rate down to make the CO2 levels rise and the oxygen levels drop. And there's lots of science now to prove the health benefits of these techniques. Wim Hof is using the pranayama techniques, a couple of them. And obviously we've seen how much science and backing and support there is of Wim Hof now. Soma Breath is a complete holistic system of breathwork techniques. And what I love about it and how it really fits with me and what I do is that it's unique to you. It's tailored to you. So you get to choose which technique you need for the benefits that you want, whether it's to energize, whether it's to cleanse, whether it's to recover and relax, or whether it's even to lose weight. There are different techniques for different things. And they're also, the Soma Breath uses the pranayama therapeutic breathwork techniques that have the most scientific backing as well. And they are inspired by the most revered pranayama technique, which is that Nisheka Richeka. So just to finish off, before we get started, we're going to get into some movement in just a moment and really work into the session, energize the session, and it's going to be quite fun. The most powerful part for me, just to summarize, is it's that emotional reactivity. Because as we know, and as we know as entrepreneurs especially, we're constantly being challenged by things in our physical world. And what they do is they speed up our brain waves and get us into that crippling beta state where we are totally human, having a totally human experience, and we will react to what is going on. So to be able to control the breath, to always be able to come back to the breath, to feel empowered by your breath, you start to become in control of your emotional, physical, psychological state. It's going to make you more mentally, emotionally, and physically resilient. And if we work onwards together, I can teach you how to use the different breathworks for the outcomes that you want to create. We are creating a positive stress response. So I mentioned a lot of the population are in fight or flight all of the time, or most of the time. Whereas what we're going to do is create a positive stress response, which means we are creating a stress response on purpose. But then we are basically tricking the reptilian mind, the reptilian brain. The amygdala is programmed in a breath hold as the body absolutely empties itself of oxygen and the cells start to flood with oxygen to think it's going to die. So as we hold the breath and we push through the comfort zone using that Nisheka Richeka technique, the brain is learning something different, because on the other side of that breath hold, when we've gone through the comfort zone, we actually survive. And the amygdala desensitizes to that certain stress. So it's a positive stress response. It has a positive outcome of a total rewriting of your mind. And this is a metaphor for life. Because in those moments of discomfort, when we pull back, when we shrink, when we take inaction or take no action instead of take action, when we resist, we're just confirming these fear responses in the brain. But when we push through that discomfort and we come out of the other side and we're still alive, we're still kicking, and everything's fine. In fact, everything's even better, because behind the other side of fear is where life is, right? We are reprogramming our subconscious mind. We are reprogramming the brain. So this is a metaphor for life. And it's also a big part I'm learning as I deepen my journey with trauma and trauma release. It's a big part of the trauma release as well, because it's a two-part process. It is subconscious reprogramming. It is connecting with those mental pictures and doing almost the word work in the brain. But then there's the energy that we carry of that trauma as well. We want to be moving both. We want to be shifting both. And breath work, because we're moving emotion, because we're moving energy, or energy is emotion is energy in motion, we're shifting trauma, we're releasing trauma, which is why you might have that emotional response. And then there's like a massive raft of physical benefits as well that I'm already experiencing, which have been amazing. I'm not going to mention all of them, but in lowering that oxygen, we obviously become more oxygen efficient. The body becomes more oxygen efficient. And this is being proven to enhance your memory and learning. And what I've found is just absolute focus and clarity, lower inflammation. My mum has been now doing the breath work for, I think, since middle of January, and her CPD number has come down in her blood work. It stabilizes your blood sugar. So this is a beautiful thing to work in with intermittent fasting to really help the body to get back to its natural state of homeostasis. Chucking food in all the time and eating as we do in the modern day, our blood sugar really doesn't know how to cope. So alongside with fasting, this can really help to regulate your blood sugar, reduce your blood pressure, strengthen your immune system. I have not been sick actually in months and months and months. I don't know if it's a coincidence. It does promote weight loss. It does reduce those symptoms of depression. And again, if I had time to tell you the story of my mum, it would just blow you away. It improves your heart health, and that is so important for women of our age. Like, I'm not quite 40, but 40 to 50 years old in women is a really, there's significantly high rates of heart disease and heart attack, because we do live high stress lives. We do have that constant sympathetic nervous system switched on, just being mums, juggling being mums with being, having jobs and businesses. So yeah, there's this area of age where there's a high rate of female heart attacks. And so this is another way that you can improve that heart health. And finally, there's the improving of the aerobic capacity as well. So, and again, I've noticed this in the gym. I just feel amazing. People are asking me what I'm on, and I'm like, I'm just breathing. So there is a raft of benefits. And I'm going to get into now the meditation side, unless anybody has any questions before we begin. No? What we will do is a quick sound check. And you're going to get up on your feet. And we're going to be dancing to start. Why are we dancing? We're going to be using neurobics, which is going to connect both sides of your brain. It is going to switch you on. It's going to activate every cell in your body. It's going to make you high as a kite. I've just realized I forgot to put my sports bra on, so I apologize if I offend anybody with my boobs flying up and down. It is going to bring that vibration up. It is going to create BDNF in our brain, which gives us that perfectly beautiful focus for the meditation that we're going to go into afterwards. So you're going to get up and you're going to move to the beat, and you're going to follow my instructions. They're really simple movements. Sometimes it takes a few of them to get your brain to connect, because we're not used to being ambidextrous. So what we're going to start with is a march. And then I'll talk you through what we do next as we get started. And just have fun. Move like nobody is watching. Just have fun. Get that heart rate up. And let's go. Now we want to take our elbow to the knee.
I can feel the love.
Now we're going to take our hands to the foot. And this is where you can choose to sit on a chair or on the floor, whatever is comfortable for you. And we're going to go into a chant. And when we chant, we actually connect to really important parts of our body in terms of our glands and our energy. And so we are going to first go into the sound of ah. And in the ah, you're going to connect with your your creative energy. Sorry, my brain just went to sleep. You're going to connect with that, those creative glands, and in that sound of ah, you're going to make a vibration. So we're just going to breathe in for the nose, and we're going to breathe out with a sound of ah, feeling that vibration in those creative organs in that sacral chakra. Ready? In. And then focusing on the sound. And again. Feeling the vibration, being completely present in yourself. Ah is the sound of the gods, Buddha. And then we're going to move into an oo, which is our heart and our hypothalamus gland. It is our protective organs. It is maintaining our life. And we're going to feel complete gratitude and respect as we make the sound oo and feel that vibration in the heart. Taking an in-breath. And finally coming up into this important area up here, your third eye, where we're going to make the sound of to connect with our intuition, our insight, our pineal gland. We're going to place the tongue on the roof of the mouth as if we're making a la sound, the beginning of la. And shut our mouth, tongue, roof to mouth, and breathe in, and the sound of on the out, feeling that vibration in your third eye, sending your intention out. And as you're beautifully peaceful now and relaxed, I'm going to put on some sounds, and we're going to make the sound of Aum, which is moving through each of those energy centers, taking that creative energy, that beautiful intention, that thing that you want to project out to see reflected back. We're going to take it from that creative sexual place up into your heart, where you will feel such gratitude for it already being done. And then you will shoot that energy out for it to be reflected back in your abundance. You'll be listening to the sound of the music to know the pace of the Aum, and you're just going to relax and enjoy the next few minutes. So we're going to Aum with the music. Feeling those vibrations, sending that energy up and out. Getting ready. Taking a nice deep breath in and out. should now be in a beautifully relaxed state. And I want you to notice where your breath is. We want our breath in the next final part of the meditation to stay really rhythmic. We want your exhale to be really relaxed, no force. And we want to make sure we're drawing the breath into the belly. And we can activate the intention and the creativity and the manifestation out of this breath work today by using the Mula Bandha, which is the area of your pelvic floor. As you draw the breath in, if you want to, you can draw in your pelvic floor at the same time to fill the belly with breath. Or you can just breathe in without the Mula Bandha. It's completely up to you. We're going to use the Mula Bandha in the breath hold. On the inhale, it's what's going to help you to shoot your energy, your life force up into your brain. Please withhold from doing the breath holds if you do have any terminal illness, if you've previously suffered from stroke, if you have high blood pressure, or if you're pregnant. You just want to withhold from the breath. Just keep breathing in the rhythmic breath, which will start with a 2-4 breath and then move into a 4-by-4 breath. And what I love about this breath work compared to other breath works is how it works together with the nervous system. There's no urgency of the breath. There's no pauses in the breath apart from the intentional hold, which tells your nervous system that everything is okay. So we're going to move into that breath work now. Again, you're going to listen to the count of the breath in the music as I guide you through the meditation. So you're going to sit comfortably, back straight, upright position, or you can lie down with your arms by your side and your legs out straight, where you won't be disturbed, and just bring your awareness to your breath as you begin to breathe in and out. And as you breathe, I want you to bring your awareness to the intention of what you want to create. Bringing it to vision in your mind. Imagining it like there's a movie playing in your mind and you're projecting that movie out where you are the lead character, doing what it is that makes you feel truly grateful. And for a moment, just embody this feeling and sensations of deep gratitude, like it's already done. Normally, you're bringing your awareness into one future moment where you would feel truly grateful if you could complete one task towards this vision. And you're going to make it the near future, tomorrow, next week, where by completing this task, you would feel such deep sensations of gratitude. You're going to project this movie out in your mind's eye. and embody those feelings of deep gratitude as if this is happening right now. You're imagining your vibration calling in your abundance, calling in what you want to create, and imagining that your vibration is a dial that you can turn up on the inside of good sensations as we begin to breathe in a rhythm. You'll carry forward this vision throughout this journey of breath as you breathe in and out, and you'll notice the feelings of gratitude expand and amplify. When I say in, you're going to breathe in, and when you hear out, you're going to breathe out the perfect rhythm and groove of the music.
In, 2, out, 2, 3, 4. 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 In, 2, out, 2, 3, 4.
Notice as you breathe, that feeling of gratitude is expanding, and you're turning up the dial on those good sensations with every breath you take in and out. Imagining that you are breathing in gratitude and breathing out love and all those good feelings, all those good sensations. As you breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, you're circulating energy of light. Breathing in and out in a slow, smooth, consistent rhythm. Making sure your breath is smooth in a constant rhythm, just like an ocean wave. Breathing into the belly and up through your chest, breathing out through your mouth. And as you breathe in and out, imagine these feelings of gratitude are expanding into every single cell of your body, healing and nourishing you with those good feelings, good sensations of gratitude. Feeling expansion now throughout your whole body as you wake up all of your blood vessels, feeling a warm, tingling sensation growing inside your body. And notice as you breathe in a rhythm, your vision starts to expand. You're going somewhere you haven't been before, and you feel better than you have ever felt before. Bring intense color into this vision now. Whatever color, bring it in. And observe this color expanding and rising with every breath you take in and out. And notice as it begins to expand, so does the feeling of deep gratitude, the good feelings, the good sensations of being grateful. ready now. You're getting ready to take in a big, deep breath. You're feeling yourself supercharging. As you breathe in fully now, squeeze the Mula Bandha, send that energy up, and then let go and breathe fully out all the way to the bottom of your breath. Hiss that final breath out and hold your breath at the bottom. Hold your breath out. As you hold your breath, you go into a moment of deep relaxation and inner peace. As life is just a series of inhales and exhales. As you hold your breath, you press pause on life. You go into a moment of deep relaxation. Your thought files are reassembling. Feeling a sense of freedom, clarity, and joy. And if you get an urge to breathe, override the first sensation to breathe and just push a little bit beyond your comfort zone. And then you can take a little sip in and then breathe it, exhale it fully out again to hold your breath again like this. Going back into that deep state of meditation. Bringing your awareness to those good feelings, those good sensations of all this energy that you have just brought into your body, healing and nourishing every cell and cutting the cords of anything that is holding you back from manifesting that vision. Deeper within your own mind. Enjoy the bliss and see those cords dissolving one by one. And when you get that real strong urge to breathe, see if you can override that feeling just for a moment. Push past the comfort zone as a metaphor for life. As you go beyond the comfort zone, this is when the strength and growth happens. So embody that and overcome any fear, any sense of control, and just let go and surrender to the moment. As you break free and liberate. And then when you get a big strong urge to breathe, breathe fully in, squeezing that air up, shooting that air and holding your breath at the top for as long as it is comfortable. Squeezing your forehead together, squeezing your eyebrows. Seeing those lights. And gently let go with a sigh of good feelings. As we get ready to breathe in beats again. 1. amazing. You are a miracle. And you already have everything you need to receive infinite love, health, wealth, abundance, and yours. Open your heart, open your mind, and connect to the white light within. This is who you truly are. That's life.
Out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Out.
Keep breathing, keep connecting. You are amazing. Breathe in gratitude and breathe out love. Make your intention clear and embody this future moment where you experience the greatest joy, the greatest liberation. Knowing that you're on the path, the journey to where you want to go, where you deserve to flow as you grow. Become one with all that is. As you are amazing, a miracle, and you have everything you need to receive. Just open your heart and let the love pour in. Feel the joy, feel the passion, embody the feeling of success, your success, your abundance. Step in now, step into who you truly are, who you deserve to be. Become one with that vision. Become one with those feelings of absolute joy and freedom and success. Letting that breath supercharge you again. Gratitude run through your veins, turning up that dial even more. Remaining air to holding your breath. Going back into that moment of absolute stillness. Deepest, most profound state of meditation as you connect with the essence of your soul. Imagine all of this new energy. It's penetrating every cell in your body. The Soma supercharging you with your future, aligning your inner world with your outer world, with your truth, taking you into absolute states of flow. as you go beyond what you thought was possible. When you get that first sensation to breathe, override that first sensation and then just take a little sip in and exhale it fully, holding your breath again. And again, going beyond the comfort zone. As you go beyond the comfort zone, this is when strength, this is when growth, this is when expansion, the truth of who you are, happens. Where you turn the impossible into I'm possible. So when you get that next sensation to breathe, override that one more time. And then take a deep, full breath, fully in, squeezing up from your Mula Bandha, up, shooting that energy up, 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 up. As you hold your breath fully in at the top, locking that energy in, screwing up your forehead, shooting and seeing those beautiful lights, imagining this electric current of consciousness in your midbrain, illuminating your higher power. Imagine this white light starts to radiate all the way through your body, illuminating you, expanding you, radiating out into the cosmos. As you breathe out, you are sending that information to your higher self. You are bringing yourself into absolute alignment. Absolute alignment. And you will move forward with a newfound sense of heightened energy. Heightened awareness and inspired thinking as you become activated. You're going to take forward this energy and feeling of gratitude to attract your tribe to you and attract the success that you want. It is done. And be grateful for that feeling that you give to others as you vibe as a higher frequency. What you want already is in the quantum field. Embody that wavelength. Feel that wavelength. Connect with it now. Connect with that energy so that you can choose to create this energy whenever you want. You are powerful. You are pure potential. Everything holding you back is gone as you embody your intention with your action in newfound energy and motivation. And just letting the energies settle. Feel the warmth of your own love. You can place your hand on your heart and say thank you. Thank you for gifting this to you this morning, tonight, wherever you are in the world. Thank you. And opening your eyes to come back into the room. Is everybody okay? Good. And there we have the Soma Breathwork introduction, the energized version. Does anybody have any comments or questions or feedback of anything that they saw or experienced? No? Well, with that, ladies, I will let you go.
Thank you so much, Claire. That was wonderful.
You enjoyed that?
Yes.
Said I can't hold my breath that long. So when you do it, you can repeat the little sips. So I also couldn't hold my breath that long either when I started, but with some practice, if you're interested and you want to improve the breath hold retention, that is so key. The intermittent hypoxia is key to the health benefits because it makes us more oxygen efficient. So Claire says thank you. So we can do certain things throughout our day, nostril breathing, alternate nostril breathing. Do anaerobic walking, which is holding our breath and walking around. So taking a deep breath in, we look mental when we do these things. Holding your breath and then just walking until you need to breathe again. You can also, and this is an amazing part of a morning routine, do hypoxic training. So you can do step ups, push ups, lunges, and squats, holding your breath. So breathing all the way in and breathing out all the way to the bottom, and then doing as many push ups as you can do. Then coming back to resting heart rate, breathing in, breathing out, and then as many lunges as you can do. And it just trains the body to hold the breath. And it's also an epic workout because as you starve the body of oxygen, your heart rate rises, which kicks off your metabolism and burns calories and brings on a sweat. And it's like you've been to the gym. That will improve that breath hold, doing those things every day. And they only take a few minutes. So yeah, if you are keen to improve the breath retention, and I absolutely advocate for it, because the longer you hold your breath, the deeper that meditation goes. Who found it hard to think when you were on the breath out?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's peaceful, eh? So we've got a lot of conditioning around like breathing out and holding breath, but actually the lower our breath rate, the healthier we are. So I've learned through Soma that actually the yogis, the super healthy live forever people, have very, very low breath rates. Mammals that live a really long time have really low breath rates, so 2 to 8 breaths per minute. And then sort of a normal person should be between 10 and 12. So I've got my watch now. I've got the parameters to stop me going either side. If I go over, it buzzes me and I remember to slow my breath rate down. Slowing your breath rate slows your brain waves down as well. So it's really important to be conscious of your breath. It's hard to be conscious of your breath when you're on the go. So yeah, having the watch just gives what's on it now, actually, because I was getting a little bit nervous doing this. So it's like, you're over breathing. As long as you're breathing into your belly, it doesn't even matter if you shallow breathe. As long as it's rhythmic and as long as it's not up into the chest and you're not hyperventilating. That's what I don't like about the in for 2 and out. It's a nervous system. For me, it reminds me of hyperventilation. So it's a bit of a trigger, I feel. So it's like a nice, beautiful rhythmic breath. And so you can also practice in the morning time, breathing in for 4, breathing out for 8, and then holding naturally at the bottom, just to get into that muscle memory of healthy breath. So I hope that helps.
It's wonderful. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And yeah, like I say, if there's any feedback, if it's like the sound or the video or my voice or whatever it is, Claire says her lips felt like they were going numb. Yeah, that's completely normal. Completely normal. I can't remember why it's normal, but it's normal. And you can get it in your hands too. Iona says she loves breath work. Yeah. And thank you for that webcam thing. I'll download this chat. You guys are amazing. Thank you. I will let you go. Speak to you soon. Bye-bye. Trying to close.